I was just watching TV and I noticed that Psalmopeo sirminia is outside. I haven't seen her in months. Well, hello everybody. Today is gonna be an update video. I was just watching TV and I noticed that Psalmopeo sirminia is outside. I haven't seen her in months. She usually just sits in the corkbark in there forever. At night she doesn't come out, but I guess she came out now. She is, as you can see, very pre-molty, and she's a lot bigger than I thought, because she was not bought as a big female. She was a juvenile when I got her. Look at the size of this. She's at least 15 centimeters in leg span. I'll give her a little bit of water, but this is a difficult situation because if she runs away, I'm screwed. Okay, I gave her a little bit of water, but she went... Where is she? So yeah, there she is now. Look at her. I can't believe I spotted her outside. She was pre-molt. She was sleeping outside. Now she's going in the corkbark. And that's it. But yeah, she was there. So crazy. Well, as I mentioned, guys, today is gonna be an update video, and I'm gonna actually make a second video out of it, because otherwise I think it will be too long. I think that sometimes, like the last week's video, I spent ages filming it, ages and ages and ages, and it came out to a 30-minute video, 24-minute video, and sometimes I think that, I don't know, it's just experience or just my thinking. Maybe I just record too long videos sometimes, and what I'm gonna try to do is record little shorter videos. Today I'm gonna be focusing first of all on the plants. This is gonna be the second part of the video, and at the end we're gonna rehouse some spiders that are really precious to me, and we're gonna maybe look at some babies, and then the next video is gonna be checking out all the spiders that molted. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about plants, when you should put plants into Tarantula's enclosure. I think that you should put plants with the spiders that are arboreal or are really needing moisture, because not a lot of plants survive in low humidity enclosures, low moisture enclosures, and also, like, if I put plants with brachypelma enclosure and brachypelma spiders, they would just get destroyed. I tried to put like cactus flowers in that are, because you know, the spiders are deserty and they don't need water, but they just destroy them. So this is a small flower that I had, I think I bought it like last year. I went through a completely rehaul because I had pothos plants. I had all over them, all over the place in my terrariums, and what happened is they died off, because the plants do get old and they just die off. But I went to the flower shop, got some new plants, and I'm gonna show you what I have. Here is supposed to be a pothos, but it's not, it's something different. Here is a pothos, but it's one leaf died and slowly regenerating. One plant was or not enclosure. There's another with regalis. She was heavily like spread out through the enclosure, and then again kind of died off. I cut off some brown leaves, but it's not looking too great. Up there with forestiata, there's another plant, basically half died and then it regrows and has like a big stem on top of it. Some leaves are dying as well. So yeah, what I would recommend is plant the plants that are, you know, you want to have them with your tarantulas in like a tropical arboreal spiders, because arboreal spiders not really bothered by the plants, and you should be fine. So now let's look at the plants up close and see what's up. Okay, also wanted to show you what is outside at the moment, and of course it's Tarantulas murinus. I didn't really film it well last time, and also her neighbor. There's Tarantulas murinus dark coliform, and back there we can see Orphanicus philippinus. I know it has different Latin name right now. She's moving stuff, which is cool. I think she found a roach from a week ago when I was feeding them. Yeah, she completely webbed up the back of the hide and everything. It's a rare sight when you see Tarantulas murinus, but it is a cool sight anyway. Okay, if we go from right to left with Tata, we have a plant that was super like big and growing into the light, but then she decided to die on me. She also sprung on some leaves on the bottom, which is weird. I don't know. I don't understand plants. Here we have gigantic new plant. I know what the problem is with this enclosures. The lights are just for show. They were bought from, I don't know, random store when we installed this terrarium, and I know it's a problem. It's not strong enough light. The light is on for 12 hours a day, so that's not the problem. And also the problem is the plants are not watered every 7 days. What I'm gonna do forward is watering every week and then misting them on the leaves every 3 to 4 days. So that should fix it a little bit. But the problem is, you know, this is not a glass terrarium. It's all made out of wood, as you can see. All wood on the back, on the bottom, and you never know what's underneath the soil. And if that rottens, every square box of this terrarium, every box, every tarantula needs to be moved if that goes wrong. I need to be careful with water and understand it, and of course this was made by my brother and I don't want it to go to waste. Here I had another aloe plant, and this is the plant I was talking to you about. Yeah, she was like half dead, and the leaves on the bottom started to sprout, and then the leaves on the top started to sprout, and they are super green, but some of them are dying, so I don't know. This is the fasciata enclosure. She usually comes out at night. I can't see her legs, but yeah, she does come out most nights, as you can see in the last video. And I know these plants, there's nothing wrong with these plants, because in the enclosure that I have for my green tree monitor, I will insert a clip of it in here. The plants are super fine and they're working great, so I know it's not the light problem, or maybe it is even the light problem. There's also like a water problem, because I do water her enclosure every day. And this is my excess plants. This is all cut out of a Binzo's enclosure, Madagascar and giant tree gecko enclosure. It's all cut out of there and basically replanted. We did this a few days ago. Of course, mom helped me because she is a gardener. This one is not doing too well. This one is newly planted. This one shouldn't be a problem. And we can see, can we see? Tarantula booty in the back. As I mentioned, I don't think I filmed it in the last week's video. She molted last week or 2 weeks ago, and that's why she wasn't filmed last week, even though she should have been. And the plant, as I show you, new and looking good. This one is webbed or halfway dead and almost surviving still, and this one is doing okay. What was the whole point of me filming in showing you the flowers? Here you go. I'm gonna show you the spider, which is scary, and then I'm gonna explain it to you basically. The Raposa exploring the enclosures. As you know, she's on top of there because there's a gigantic 55 by 35 by 60 in height, so she has more than enough room. And of course it's free for now, and until I move some spiders there. But plants, what you need to do if you have spiders and tarantulas, you need to make sure you use them on arboreal spiders, because arboreal spiders will use them as height and won't dig them out. Make sure you give the plants to the enclosure that has a lot of moisture. You water it a lot, but you don't overstress the tarantula because of it. If I watered these plants and these terrariums every day, I am sure that Tarantulas would be bothered and would be stressed out. So find a good balance, and also don't just buy any lights. Buy lights that are good for plants and have some sort of UVB, because I think that's what the plant needs. Because in my Madagascar giant gecko, she has UVB lights and the plants are growing crazy. But now let's move on to the second part of the video, which is going to be rehousing Idiotela mira and Eugacephalus ezendami spider. So yeah, there is Eugacephalus ezendami. There is Idiotela mira in the next box. I'll quickly show you her. She is down in the tunnel, so yeah, I'll give them, of course, this is the enclosure they were in when they were slings. It was, you know, a sling enclosure, but yeah, it's long overdue to rehouse them. So I'll do just that, and then I'll quickly show you Their enclosure, their setup, they are special spiders who weren't doing too well as slings, but now are really well doing. Oh, there is Mira. I need to quickly close the box. Blue footies. I am running AC, and that's why they don't like it. They don't like the wind. You see, the wind is blowing in her webbing, so I need to close it quickly because she's running away, and I'll see you guys after I rehouse them, basically. Okay, there we go. There is Eugacephalus ezendami. I can zoom in on him or her, I don't know yet, because every mold they had, they basically eaten it and I couldn't get to it. What I used is, of course, the standard Braplast box that I have, which is like half of the Braplast box. I usually use this for juveniles, arboreals and fusorials, but this is going to have to do. I think it's more than enough. It has half of the enclosure filled up with soil, so there's a lot of soil. There you go, you can see it's a lot of soil. Half of it's filled, it's like 10 centimeters of soil. It's big. I use this. I use this, which are the cork barks that I got from Timu. This looks like this. There's a big chunks and small chunks and everything in between. So really nice. Like I love this cork barks, and it was not that much costly. Yeah, they're kind of decorative pieces, but you know, really nice. The soil is half normal, like potting soil, and half coconut soil, which is a little bit airy, but it comes in like bricks. Mix it with water, you let it sit, and then it pumps up. It's like it gets much bigger than this. And I didn't use perlite this time, the small white stuff if you see in some tarantulas videos. They are of course African. I did water it a lot, so it's really heavy, as you can see. This is ezendami, again quickly showing you her. She's kinda chill, molted a few times. Then again, as I mentioned, she didn't molt for like 3 months, and I was really worried she's sick or there's something wrong with her. I fed her smaller pieces and then I leave her, and basically what I did is just watered the enclosure a lot more than I usually did. Then she got through it. Basically, I think what she had was wet mold. Wet molds, you know what happens, spider don't mold properly. And he eventually got through it. Again, about 5 centimeters in lifespan. I got them for about a year now. So, and here is the second spider. It's hiding because it doesn't like the light. But if camera can pick up on her, there she is. She's very small still. She's a little bit smaller, I think, than the ezendami is. But the main difference is ezendami is not a dwarf. So yeah, this is Idotelemira, bluefoot baboon, and you can see the bluefoot part as well. She grows up to about 10 centimeters in leg span, and that's all. It's a dwarf species. I think in a molt or two it will be determined what it is, because I think the mature males are not much bigger than this spider is. The enclosure design is pretty much the same. A big piece of cork bark, soil, fill it up to 10 centimeters, as I mentioned, even a little bit more soil. But yeah, there is the baby, and yeah, they're wonderful. I want to make a video about the African spiders and everything. I think that's gonna be future videos, because I do think spiders from Africa are genuinely really pretty. Do people in the hobby buy them as much as I think? Tell me in the comments, guys, because I'm really interested. Do you have a same amount of new worlds compared to old worlds? I know some people only have old worlds. That's actually a question for you. Do you have more old worlds or new world species? Let me know in the comments. This is gonna be it for this week's update video. I think it's important that I talked about the plants. I think it's important that I showed you off one of my species, or actually two of my species that I really do care about them, and rehousing them, you know, is a really important part. And how I keep small fusorials like this. This box pretty much has everything it needs. It doesn't have water bottle or water dish. I don't know, it's another controversial topic, but I don't think fusorials or actually any spider of that kind needs it, because in nature they drink from the soil. In desert areas, I think brachypelmas especially, don't have access to water. So yeah guys, that's gonna be it for this week's video. Next week's video, all the new tarantulas that molted, we're gonna check Kalembergi and Orphanicus philippinus and see how they're doing. If you leave a like, I would very much appreciate it. Comment down below on the topics that I discussed in this video and everything else you have to you want to comment, and I'll see you guys next week with another video. Bye bye.